The cameras may have stopped rolling on the field, but behind the scenes, Travis Hunter's life is facing a storm no one saw coming. Fans who once cheered his every touchdown are now gasping at whispers of a family feud threatening to tear apart his personal world. At the center of it all, his own mother, who just unleashed a chilling warning about his marriage that has everyone talking. Picture this, a rising football star. A young marriage brimming with love, or so we thought, and then, out of nowhere, a voice that cannot be ignored. Travis's mom has spoken, and her words cut deeper than any opponent ever could on the field. What she revealed sent shockwaves across social media, leaving fans stunned, critics scrambling, and Travis himself furious. Yes, you heard that right, furious. In a twist straight out of a reality TV script. The golden boy of college football isn't just dodging tackles anymore. He's battling accusations, defending his wife, and clashing with the one woman who raised him. The family was left divided, emotions ran high, and insiders claimed the fallout could change everything. But what exactly did Travis's mom sand? Why is he fighting back so hard? The story begins on what should have been a peaceful evening for Travis Hunter. After weeks of grueling practice and endless media appearances, he finally had a night at home with his wife. The mood was calm, laughter echoed through the living room, and for a moment, everything seemed perfect. But behind the smiles, a storm was already brewing. Rumors had started circulating online, whispers that Travis's marriage wasn't as solid as it looked on social media. Fans noticed subtle things: his wife deleting old photos, cryptic captions, and even a few moments where Travis seemed unusually distant during interviews. While many brushed it off as just normal couple stuff, his mother apparently didn't. She had been watching closely, and according to insiders, she wasn't pleased with what she saw. "He's not himself anymore," she allegedly told a close friend. "That girl has changed him, and not for the better." Those words quickly made their way into gossip circles, and before long, the family drama was spilling into the public eye. It all exploded during a family dinner, where Travis's mom finally decided she couldn't stay quiet any longer. What started as casual conversation about football quickly turned into an emotional confrontation that left the entire table frozen. "Travis," his mom said sharply, "you need to open your eyes. This marriage isn't what you think it is. She's pulling you away from your family, from who you are." His wife, visibly stunned, tried to respond, but his mom cut her off. "Don't even start. I've seen enough. I raised him. I know him better than anyone. And I won't sit here and watch him lose everything because of you." The silence that followed was unbearable. Forks clinked nervously against plates, and the tension was so thick you could almost feel it pressing down on the room. Travis's face flushed with anger. "Mom, stop," he snapped. "You don't know what you're talking about. You don't get to disrespect my wife like that." But his mom didn't back down. "I know exactly what I'm talking about. You've changed since you married her. You don't call as much, you don't visit, you don't even talk to your cousins the way you used to. She's isolating you, and I won't sit quietly while she ruins this family." The words cut deep, not just for Travis, but for his wife, who sat there holding back tears. According to sources close to the family, that dinner ended in chaos. Voices were raised, accusations were thrown, and at one point, Travis stormed out of the room, slamming the door behind him. His wife followed, trying to calm him down, but the damage had been done. The family was divided, and fans were left to speculate about what really happened behind closed doors. When news of the argument leaked, social media exploded. Fans were shocked to hear that Travis's own mother had issued such a strong warning about his marriage. Some sided with her, saying mothers always sense when something's wrong. Others defended Travis and his wife, arguing that they deserve to live their lives without interference. The drama didn't stop there. Within days, anonymous sources started sharing more details, claiming that Travis's mom had even told friends she thought the marriage wouldn't last a year. She allegedly warned that if things didn't change, she'd do whatever it takes to protect her son. Those words became the headline of the week. "Travis Hunter's mom vows to protect her son from toxic marriage," screamed one tabloid. "Family feud threatens to destroy rising football star's personal life," shouted another. And while all of this played out in the press, Travis found himself in the middle of an emotional tug-of-war. On one side was his mother, the woman who raised him, guided him, and supported him every step of the way. On the other side was his wife, the person he chose to share his future with, who now felt like she was under attack from the very people who should accept. Her DOT friends close to Travis revealed that he was torn apart. "He's frustrated," one insider said. "He loves his mom, but he also loves his wife. He feels like no matter what he does, he's going to let someone down." And for Travis, that's tearing him apart. In private moments, Travis and his wife tried to put on a united front. They would post smiling pictures together, share little romantic captions, and even attend public events hand in hand. But behind the scenes, the tension was real. In one particularly heated moment, Travis reportedly confronted his mom over the phone. "Mom, I can't take this anymore," he told her. "You have to stop attacking her. She's my wife. She's not going anywhere." But instead of calming the storm, those words only made things worse. His mom fired back, her voice trembling with emotion. "You think she's not going anywhere? But I see it, Travis. I see the way she looks at you, the way she controls who you talk to and what you do. One day you'll realize I was right, and by then, it'll be too late." The fight ended with both sides in tears, neither willing to back down. Travis hung up, devastated, while his wife tried to comfort him, whispering, "We'll get through this. They just don't understand us." But the truth was, the battle lines had been drawn. As weeks went by, the feud only grew louder. Fans noticed that Travis's mom stopped liking his social media posts. Cousins who used to cheer for him at games were suddenly silent. And then came the most shocking twist of all: his mom allegedly unfollowed both Travis and his wife on Instagram, sending fans into a frenzy. "When a mom unfollows her son, it's serious," one fan tweeted. "This family drama is getting out of control." Others speculated that it was just a misunderstanding. But the timing seemed too perfect to be a coincidence. Travis, for his part, stayed quiet publicly. He avoided interviews about his personal life, focused on football, and tried to project strength. But behind the scenes, insiders say he was boiling with anger. He felt betrayed, cornered, torn between two worlds that refused to meet in the middle. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get worse, another rumor surfaced this time, about a supposed private meeting between Travis's mom and one of his closest childhood friends. Allegedly, she poured her heart out, begging the friend to convince Travis to reconsider the marriage. "Please," she reportedly said, her voice shaking. "You've known him since he was a kid. You know what's best for him? Talk to him before it's too late." The friend, caught in the middle, later confided to others that he didn't know what to do. "I don't want to betray Travis, but I also can't ignore his mom's pain. This whole thing is a mess. That confession eventually made its way online, fueling even more drama. Fans were now convinced that this wasn't just a simple disagreement. This was a full-blown family war. The question on everyone's mind was simple. How far was Travis's mom willing to go to prove her point? And how much more could Travis take before something finally snapped? And as the tension escalated, one shocking revelation was about to surface, pushing this already explosive family drama into dangerous new territory. The shocking revelation came during what was supposed to be a routine press event. Travis had just finished a game and was answering questions from reporters when one of them casually dropped a bombshell. "Travis, any comment about your mom meeting with your old friend to talk about your marriage?" The question hit like a punch to the gut. Cameras flashed, the room fell silent, and Travis froze for a split second before forcing a smile. "No comment," he muttered, quickly trying to move on. But the damage was done. The look in his eyes said everything he knew: the story had reached the public. And now there was no escaping it. Behind the scenes, he was furious. When he got home that night, he paced the living room, his voice trembling with anger. Why is she doing this? Why can't she just let us live our lives? His wife, sitting on the couch with her hands clasped, whispered, "She doesn't trust me. She never has. And I don't know if she ever will." The pain in her voice broke Travis's heart. He knelt down beside her, holding her hands tightly. I chose you, not anyone else. I don't care what she says. I don't care what people think. You're my wife, and that's all that matters." But as powerful as his words were, they couldn't erase the looming shadow of his mother's disapproval. The feud deepened when Travis's mom gave a rare interview to a local station. While she never mentioned names directly, her words were crystal clear to anyone paying attention. "A mother knows when something isn't right," she said firmly. "You can call it intuition, you can call it experience, but I've seen things that others don't, and I'll always speak the truth, even if my son doesn't want to hear it." Fans immediately connected the dots. Hashtags exploded online. Hashtag Team Travis, hashtag Team Wife, and even hashtag Team Hunter Mom began trending. The fan base was divided like never before, with heated arguments breaking out in comment sections and fan forums. "She's protecting her son. What mother wouldn't?" One supporter of Travis's mom wrote, "No, she's overstepping. This is his marriage, not hers." Another fan argued that the battle lines weren't just in the family anymore, they had spread to the public. And everyone had an opinion. In private, things took an even darker turn. According to sources close to the family, Travis's wife confronted his mom during a phone call that turned into a shouting match. "You don't have to like me," she said, her voice steady but laced with anger, "but you will respect our marriage. Travis is happy with me, and nothing you say will change that." His mom, however, refused to back down. "Respect is earned, not demanded. I see what you're doing to him. I won't stand by while you tear him away from the family." The call ended abruptly, but the words lingered like poison. Travis's wife reportedly broke down in tears afterward, telling Travis she'll never accept me. "No matter what I do, I'll always be the villain in her story." Travis tried to reassure her, but even he began to wonder how long he could balance between his love for his wife and loyalty to his mother, as if that wasn't enough. Another twist sent shockwaves through the drama. Someone leaked private text messages allegedly between Travis's mom and a family cousin. In the messages, she reportedly said, "He's blind right now, but soon he'll see the truth. And when he does, he'll thank me." Fans couldn't believe it. Screenshots of the texts went viral, sparking endless debates. Was she truly trying to protect her son, or was she simply unwilling to let go of control? Travis, meanwhile, was spiraling. During practice, teammates noticed he seemed distracted, his usual focus slipping. "He's not himself," one player whispered. "Whatever's happening at home is getting to him." After one particularly rough day, he sat alone in the locker room, his head in his hands. "Why does it have to be like this?" he muttered to himself. "Why can't they just get along?" A close teammate sat beside him and offered some advice. "Man, at some point you've got to decide whose voice matters most. You can't play for both sides forever." The words hit hard. Travis knew his teammate was right, but making that choice felt impossible. Things reached a boiling point when Travis's mom unexpectedly showed up at one of his games. She sat in the stands, her expression cold, refusing to interact with his wife, who was just a few seats away. Fans noticed the tension immediately. One video captured the moment when Travis ran to the sideline, blowing a kiss toward his wife. In the background, his mom could be seen shaking her head in disapproval. The clip went viral, with captions like, "Even in victory, the family feud continues." After the game, Travis confronted his mom in the parking lot. Witnesses described the scene as explosive. "Why did you come if you're just going to act like that?" Travis demanded. His mom, her voice sharp, replied, "I came to watch you play, not to watch her pretend she belongs." "Stop it," Travis shouted, his voice echoing across the lot. "She's not pretending, she's my wife. And if you can't accept that, then maybe you shouldn't come at all." The confrontation ended with his mom storming off, leaving Travis shaking with anger and heartbreak. Fans who heard about the incident were stunned. "I've never seen Travis lose his cool like that," one fan said. "This is tearing him apart." Meanwhile, his wife tried to be his rock, but even she was cracking under the pressure. Late one night, she admitted to a close friend, Sometimes I wonder if it would just be easier to walk away. I love him, but I don't know how much more of this I can take." That confession eventually leaked, sending shockwaves once again. Tabloids ran with the headline, "Travis Hunter's wife considers walking away amid family feud." Travis was devastated when he read it. He confronted his wife, desperate for reassurance. "Is it true? Are you thinking about leaving?" She hesitated before replying, "I don't want to leave you, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life fighting to be accepted either." The pain in her words cut deeper than any headline ever could by now. Fans were glued to every twist, every rumor, every leaked detail. Some begged for reconciliation, others predicted an inevitable collapse. The drama had become bigger than the marriage itself. It was now a spectacle, a public soap opera where every move was scrutinized. And just when it seemed like things had hit rock bottom, yet another shocking twist emerged. An anonymous source claimed that Travis's mom was preparing to make a public statement, one that would reveal secrets about the marriage that no one saw coming. The whispers alone were enough to send fans into a frenzy. What could she possibly have to say? People asked online, is she bluffing, or does she know something we don't? The countdown to her alleged statement had begun, and with it, the tension surrounding Travis's marriage reached an unbearable high. Would she actually expose private details to the world? Or was this just another tactic to drive a wedge between Travis and his wife? The answer was about to shake everything to its core. The anticipation around Travis's mom's rumored public statement reached fever pitch. Fans stayed glued to social media, waiting for her to speak. Some expected a vague comment, others braced for a bombshell. When the moment finally came, it was worse than anyone imagined. She didn't go to the media directly. Instead, she took to Facebook Live, sitting in her kitchen with a serious look on her face. Thousands of viewers joined instantly, the comments scrolling faster than she could keep up. "I'm not here to tear anyone down," she began, her voice steady but firm. "I'm here because I can't stay silent anymore. I love my son too much to watch him be manipulated and controlled." The word manipulated sent fans into a frenzy. She leaned closer to the camera, lowering her tone like she was confiding in old friends. "Travis is young. He's talented, and he has the brightest future ahead of him. But I've seen signs that his marriage is holding him back. Signs that he's being pushed away from the people who care about him most." Her eyes glistened with tears as she continued. "He doesn't call me anymore. He barely speaks to his siblings. And when he does, it's like he's distracted, like someone else is telling him what to say. That's not the son I know. That's not the Travis I raised." Fans watching were stunned. Some flooded the comments with support. "You're so brave to speak out," one wrote. Others criticized her harshly. "Stop airing private family drama online." But she pressed on. "I've been quiet long enough. People think I'm the villain, but the truth is, I just want to protect my son. If speaking out makes me the bad guy, so be it." The live stream lasted 20 minutes, but the fallout was immediate. Clips were shared across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Headlines screamed, "Travis Hunter's mom accuses his wife of manipulation." Within hours, everyone was talking about it. Travis was blindsided. He found out about the stream through a teammate who nervously asked him, "Bro, you see what your mom said?" When he finally watched the clip, his face turned pale. "Why would she do this?" he whispered. His wife sat beside him, her hands trembling. "She hates me that much." The argument that followed was explosive. "This is too far," Travis shouted, pacing the room. "It's one thing to talk to me, but to drag us online like that? To let the whole world think our marriage is fake. I can't believe she would do this." His wife, tears running down her face, whispered, "She wants me gone, Travis. She's not going to stop until she gets what she wants." The pain in her voice shattered him. He wrapped his arms around her, holding her tightly. "I'm not letting her win. I'm not losing you." But while they tried to stay strong, the outside world was buzzing. Fans debated nonstop. Influencers made reaction videos and sports talk shows even discussed the family feud. Some said Travis should cut ties with his mom, while others argued he owed her loyalty above all. Then came the twist. No one expected his mom doubled down. She gave another interview, this time with a local podcast, where she dropped a cryptic line. "There are things about that marriage people don't know. And when they come to light, everyone will understand why I'm worried." Those words ignited a wildfire of speculation. What could she possibly mean? Was she hinting at secrets, betrayals, or something even darker? Travis's wife was devastated. "She's making it sound like I'm hiding something," she cried during a late-night conversation with Travis. "I've done nothing but love you. And now the world thinks I'm some kind of monster." Travis clenched his fists, his voice trembling with anger. "She doesn't get to do this. She doesn't get to destroy our marriage with lies." According to insiders, that night he called his mom directly. The conversation was fiery, with shouting on both sides. "Why are you doing this?" Travis demanded. His mom's reply was cold. "Because I see the truth. One day you'll thank me." "No," Travis snapped. "One day you'll realize you pushed me away. Maybe for good." The call ended with silence, leaving both mother and son broken. As days passed, the feud consumed everything. Practices were tense, games felt heavier, and reporters wouldn't stop asking about his personal life. Even fans at games began holding up signs I'm reading. "Stand by your wife." Others saying, "Listen to your mom." The division was real. And Travis felt it everywhere he went. Then, another bombshell. Screenshots began circulating online, supposedly from old messages between Travis's wife and a college friend. The messages hinted at frustrations, moments of doubt, and even a line where she allegedly wrote, "Sometimes I don't know if I can handle this life." Critics pounced on the screenshots, saying they proved his mom was right. Supporters argued they were taken out of context or even faked. But the damage was done. Now the public questioned Travis's wife's commitment. When Travis confronted her about it, the moment turned heartbreaking. "Did you really say that?" he asked softly. His wife, tears streaming down her face, nodded. "Yes, but not the way they're making it sound. I was overwhelmed. I was scared. But I never stopped loving you. I never wanted to leave you." Travis's chest tightened. He pulled her close, whispering, "I believe you. I don't care what they say. I know your heart." But while their bond seemed unshaken, outsiders saw cracks. Rumors spread like wildfire, claims of secret fights, whispered breakups, and hidden truths. The drama had become unstoppable, a runaway train barreling toward disaster, and then, the most shocking twist yet. Insiders leaked that Travis's mom was preparing to stage an intervention. She had allegedly gathered cousins, uncles, and even childhood friends, planning to sit Travis down and convince him to reconsider his marriage. Fans couldn't believe it. An intervention. "This is wild," one tweeted. "This is like a reality show playing out in real life." Travis, when he heard about the plan, was livid. "They're treating me like a kid who doesn't know what he's doing," he raged. "I'm a grown man. I make my own choices." His wife, on the verge of breaking down, begged him, "Please don't let them do this to us. Don't let them turn our love into a family war." But the intervention was already in motion. Family members were gathering, sides were being chosen, and tensions were at an all-time high. The stage was set for a confrontation that would change everything, the moment where Travis would finally have to choose between his mother's warnings and his wife's love. And as the day of the intervention approached, fans waited with bated breath, wondering, would Travis walk out with his wife by his side? Or would his mother's influence finally tear them apart? The day of the intervention arrived like a storm everyone could see coming, but no one could stop. Travis had been tipped off about it, yet he still drove to his mother's house knowing exactly what awaited him. His wife insisted on coming too, refusing to let him walk into the lion's den alone. When they stepped inside, the living room was already filled with family cousins on the couch, uncles leaning against the walls, childhood friends shifting uncomfortably in their seats. His mother sat in the center, her arms crossed. her expression hard but determined. "Travis," she began, her voice carrying over the tension. "We're here because we love you. We see what's happening and we can't stay silent any longer." Travis's jaw tightened. "This is insane. You've turned my life into a circus, and now this, an intervention. I'm not a child. I don't need saving." His mother leaned forward, her eyes locking onto his. "You do need saving. You just don't realize it yet. She's changing you. She's isolating you. And one day you'll wake up and wonder where everyone went." His wife, unable to stay silent, finally snapped. "I'm not isolating him. I'm supporting him. I'm standing by him while you're tearing him down." The room erupted in murmurs. One cousin whispered, "This is getting out of hand," while another nodded in agreement with the mom. Travis raised his voice, silencing everyone. "Enough. I won't sit here while you all gang up on my wife. If this is what family looks like, maybe I don't need it." The words stunned the room. His mother's face crumpled, tears welling in her eyes. "How can you say that to me?" she whispered. "After everything I've done for you?" Travis's chest heaved as he struggled to keep his composure. "Because you're not protecting me. You're controlling me, and I'm done." The silence that followed was deafening. No one dared move. No one dared speak. Finally, his wife reached for his hand, whispering, "Let's go." But before they could leave, his mother stood up, blocking their path. "If you walk out that door with her, don't expect to walk back in here." Gasps filled the room. Fans later described it as the ultimate ultimatum. A mother forcing her son to choose between his family and his wife. Travis's voice shook, but his resolve was clear. "Then so be it. I choose her." The words shattered the room. His mother collapsed into a chair, sobbing uncontrollably, while relatives rushed to comfort her. Some glared at Travis, others looked away in shame. He and his wife walked out, the slam of the door echoing like a final verdict outside. In the car, his wife broke down. "I didn't want it to be like this. I never wanted to come between you and your family." Travis pulled her close, his voice breaking. "You didn't. They forced me to choose, and I made my choice. I just hope one day they'll understand." News of the intervention spread like wildfire. Tabloids plastered headlines. Travis Hunter walks out on family after explosive confrontation. Social media exploded with opinions. Some hailed him as a hero for standing by his wife. Others accused him of turning his back on his mother. He did what any real man would do. One fan tweeted, "No. He betrayed the woman who raised him." Another shot back. The division was deeper than ever. Sports commentators even weighed in, saying the drama could affect his focus on the field. Analysts debated whether his personal life was becoming a distraction from his career. But the story didn't end there. A week later, a video surfaced online showing Travis's mother sitting alone in her living room, speaking softly to a relative. She looked broken, her voice trembling, as she said, "I lost my son. I just wanted what was best for him, and now he hates me." The video went viral, sparking sympathy from fans who had once criticized her. "She's hurting too," one wrote. "Maybe she just doesn't know how to let go." Travis saw the video and broke down in tears. As angry as he was, as betrayed as he felt, he still loved his mom. The thought of her sitting alone crying tore him apart. He confessed to his wife, "I can't just cut her off. She's my mom. No matter what she said, no matter what she did, she's still my mom." His wife nodded slowly, though her heart was heavy. "I know, and I'll never ask you to stop loving her. I just need her to stop hating me." Those words sparked a moment of clarity for Travis. He knew he couldn't continue living in a war zone between the two women he loved most. Something had to change. He reached out to his mom, asking for a private meeting. She agreed, though she warned, "I don't know if I can forgive what you said." The meeting took place at a quiet cafe, away from cameras and gossip. The moment they saw each other, emotions overwhelmed them. Travis's mom burst into tears, hugging him tightly. "I just don't want to lose you," she sobbed. Travis, fighting back tears, whispered, "You won't, but you have to accept her. She's part of my life now. I can't keep choosing between you two." His mom hesitated, her face a mix of pride and pain. "I don't know if I can trust her. But I don't want to lose you either. Maybe I'll try." It wasn't forgiveness, it wasn't reconciliation. But it was a crack in the wall that had divided them. Fans who caught wind of the meeting speculated endlessly. Did they make up? Is the feud over? No one knew for sure, but the tension seemed to ease ever so slightly yet. As the dust began to settle, one truth remained. The scars of this feud would never fully heal. The intervention, the public accusations. The ultimatums, those wounds would always linger in the background, still. For the first time in months, there was a glimmer of hope. Hope that maybe, just maybe, love could outweigh anger and family could find a way to heal. But as fans have learned from this saga, in the world of Travis Hunter, nothing is ever truly settled. The question that lingered on everyone's mind was simple. Would peace last, or was this just the calm before another storm? And so, the saga of Travis Hunter's marriage and the fiery warnings from his mother leaves us at a crossroads. The intervention may be over, the public accusations may have quieted, but the wounds remain deep. Fans are still reeling, unsure if the fragile truce between Travis and his mom will hold, or if another explosion is just around the corner. On one side, you have a mother whose love runs so deep she was willing to risk everything, even her relationship with her own son, to protect him from what she believes is danger. On the other side, you have a wife who only wants to stand by the man she loves, but who has found herself cast as the villain in a family war she never asked for. Travis himself is caught in the middle, torn between blood and love, between loyalty to the woman who raised him and loyalty to the woman he chose to build his future with. It's the kind of drama that feels ripped straight from reality TV, yet it's unfolding in real time, with fans watching every move, every post, every whisper. So the big question is, what happens next? Will Travis and his mom find a way to truly heal? Or will this battle simmer under the surface, ready to erupt again at the slightest spark? Will his wife ever be fully accepted, or will she always live in the shadow of disapproval? Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Travis made the right choice standing by his wife? Or should he have listened to his mom's warning? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this family drama is far from over. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe for more updates, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next twist in this unbelievable story. Unbelievable story.